I've recently made the switch from doing primarily double arm, double leg or bilateral movements to single arm or single leg. And I've done this for two main reasons, mainly as well just to experiment, but I think it's also important, so I'm going to explain why I'm doing it, the science behind it, and whether or not you should do it so you can make an informed choice. First of all, functionality. It's a very simple one, I'm not going to go too much into detail, but quite often in life you don't use both arms or both legs, and so I want to train to be that way. Yes, I understand if you're standing up from a chair, you're going to use both legs. Picking something up, you're going to use both arms, but there are other situations where you will just use one or the other. So I think it's important to train them individually. So that's the main reason I've been doing it there. The other reason is power output, muscle growth, and a bit more technical. So within our bodies, we have these things called motor units. And actually, I'm going to get a model. I'm going to explain this. Okay, I don't have the perfect model, but we're going to kind of explain it using the knee. We'll try. We're going to imagine this is actually a tendon, but we're going to imagine it's a muscle. It's a muscle fiber. Just look at that little bit there. So within our bodies, we have something called motor units. Motor units are basically the nerve attaching to a single muscle fiber. So each muscle fiber is going to have a motor unit attached into it. If you want to produce more force, you have to recruit more motor units. The way we do that is by using the brain. The brain controls how many motor units you produce. If you're doing a double leg movement, the brain has to split the amount of force between the two legs. So you're going to have, let's say arms, the brain's going to come, we're going to do right arm, left arm. You have to split the amount of force so you don't get as many motor units. That means you get less recruitment and you get less force. However, if you do a single arm movement, the brain doesn't have to worry about the other side. It's just worrying about recruiting the muscle fibers, the motor units on the working side. That means you can produce more force. Overall, in terms of a muscle growth point of view, this means if you can produce more force, you can potentially get more reps. You can get more out of that muscle, out of that set, so you can push it harder and potentially get some more muscle growth. So if your main goal in the gym is to gain as much muscle as possible, it's probably a good idea to do single arm movements because you can push them harder. However, for an average person that's not looking to gain a ton of muscle, but you're looking to gain strength, from a functional perspective, it's a great idea because you do a lot of single arm movements or single leg movements, but also you're going to gain more strength because you're doing it with a single arm, you're recruiting those muscle fibers. The final thing I will say is we all have a weaker side, and this has to be taken into consideration while doing this training. I would recommend you start with the weaker side and then you match the reps or the intensity on the stronger side. This way you're not going to keep maintaining that imbalance. If you start with the weaker side, match the reps on the other side, you can balance those muscles out, and then in the long run they're going to be a more equal strength level. And the problem with this in double leg movements is the stronger side will take more force and you can't really work on that imbalance. So it's another reason why you could do single leg, single arm, because you can work on imbalances and you can improve that as well. So a couple of considerations. I put a couple of clips of me doing single and double leg in here. Give it a go. Literally, you could just do it for one session, see if you enjoy it, and then change it up. It's up to you, but that's my considerations. Hopefully you found it helpful. I don't know. See what you can do with it.